Monetary unit sampling is a type of variable sampling, and it's used to figure out whether account balances or transactions contain misstatements. And monetary unit sampling tends to select larger dollar balances or transactions into the sample, and that's because it treats each individual dollar within the population as a sampling unit. So let me show you how that would work. So let's say that we've got this list here. We've got a bunch of different customers, and then we have the accounts receivable balance. So this is the amount of money. So customer one owes our company $15,034. Customer two owes us a little over $12,000, and so forth. So with monetary unit sampling, each dollar is treated as a potential unit, like a potential sampling unit. So this customer right here, customer 20, they owe $24,494. They would be much more likely to be selected into the sample than customer 6, who only owes us $948. Think of it like this. Think of each dollar as a ticket for a lottery. And so customer 20 has 24,494 tickets, whereas customer 6 only has 948. And if one of the tickets, just one from customer 20, is selected, then customer 20's entire account receivable balance is going to be in the sample. Okay, so they have a lot more tickets. The customer 20 is a lot more likely to be picked for the sample because it has a lot more chances than customer 6. So that's how monetary unit sampling works. So basically the larger balances are going to tend to be more likely to get picked and put into the sample. Okay, now with monetary unit sampling, we're trying to calculate usually overstatements. Okay, we're trying to do overstatements. So things like marketable securities, accounts receivable, inventory, we're trying to figure out whether they are overstated. If we're trying to look at like unrecorded liabilities, or we have a lot of things where there's a balance of zero, things like that, you tend to use classical variable sampling. Now, monetary unit sampling is used a lot more frequently than classical variable sampling, and because remember, classical variable sampling is the other type of variable sampling. They're both types of variable sampling, but monetary unit sampling is used a lot more because it's easier. Remember, with classical variable sampling, you need to say, okay, what is the standard deviation? You're using a bell curve. You need to know some things about the distribution. With monetary unit sampling, you don't need to know anything about the distribution, so it's easier to use. And it's also better when you have a situation where you have either small misstatements that you're expecting, or potentially there's no misstatements at all. In those situations, monetary unit sampling is actually going to be superior to classical variable sampling.